Come to my class during lunch, watching the games.
Exactly. They were like, "Oh, y'all got the game? Go to class."
Right.
Oh, this is background noise. Go to class.
Yeah. All right, I'm about to do this intro real quick. We're going to keep it rolling.
All right, go ahead.
I got you. Welcome to the Innermost Podcast, where we explore, acknowledge, set right, and show gratitude for our deepest, most private, inward thoughts, emotions, and experiences. You can write to the show at theinnermostpodcast@gmail.com or follow us on Instagram at the Innermost Podcast. I'm your host, Kay Joy. Welcome to the Innermost. So glad today to have Whitney, educator special today. Also, my blood, my family, my cousin. Welcome to the show. What's going on, Whit?
What's up, Kay?
Nothing much. We already started getting into it. It's so good to talk to you about education. I know you played a major role in my journey and just encouraging me, writing little character letters and stuff for me, helping me with my resume, just so many different things. Just being able to look to you as my big cousin in the field that I happened to fall into. Wasn't even looking forward to being into or looking towards it, but just grateful to have you. How you feel about it? How did you get into education, by the way?
Okay, so that is I kind of fell into it as well. The world was whirling when I was doing it. So I actually went to school for healthcare management. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a pediatrician. That has been my goal since I was a little bitty girl. You can go back to different, what do you want to be when you grow up? It was doctor. I did healthcare, did all of the things, went to college, studied health business. Then in 2008, the recession hit. Boom. Nobody was leaving their job. Nobody was leaving their job. Because I was going to initially go into healthcare management, be an administrative assistant, work on that side for a little bit as I either studied for, the MCAT, figured out grad school, something. Mm-hmm. When that hit, either you were losing your job or you weren't getting a job. Mm-hmm. And I was getting stuck. And I was so defeated because they kind of tell you, all right, you go to high school, you go to college, you get the job.
Right.
So it's, all right, I did all the steps. So I felt like I did everything right. What happened? And it basically, life happened. They didn't tell you that part, that, okay, your plan may be this way. You may have executed it perfectly, but life is going to throw you something. Yeah. And you have to learn how to pivot and move. Wow. And because I was learning that being a young adult, I decided I did all kinds of odd end jobs. I worked at Stater Brothers. I worked in the deli, so I smelled like chicken when I got off work. I hated that. Then I worked at a facility for disabled adults. I actually liked that job because I got to interact with adults who are often, overlooked. The facilities that they stayed in, this was their home. It was houses. So they had their own room. Mm-hmm. They had a TV. They had this. So we were literally moving and shaking in their house, making sure that they were good, making sure that they, had their rides for their appointment. We helped assist them take care of themselves. And they were actual adults. Wow. And that kind of segued into me being an instructional aide or a paraeducator. My mom, that's what she did. So she said, why don't you apply? So I just applied. They didn't get a hold of me for 6 months. I completely forgot about the job, the interview, all that, till I was working there one day. They called me. I needed to change from the houses I was working at because obviously they weren't paying enough. I was blessed, but they weren't, making the ends meet at all. So I added on to that job. So I became a paraeducator and still was working in the house. And working with those kids at that time, I was only maybe 10 years older than them. So it felt like talking to my little sibling.
Oh, wow.
So in their class, and then I picked a high school. Because you could pick elementary. I have no problem with elementary. I love the little ones because they're hilarious. Because see the world from either a short person mindset because of what the levels they can see, or they've been, kind of taught what they've been seeing. So hearing their perspective, it's fun. Mm-hmm. But high school kids, people often overlook them because they're like grown people, and then some adults are like, oh, well, they're big enough, they got it. And in hindsight, they really don't have it.
Wow.
They really don't. They actually want the same attention as the little kids. You just have to give it to them in a different way. Like, if they want to talk about their boyfriend, who they like, the cars they want, they want that interaction. They want that guidance, realistically. Yeah. They need that structure even more so than the little kids. Yes, little kids need structure, but they for sure need the structure because they're looking at, okay, I'm 16, I'm 17, I'm 15. I think I'm grown. And it's like, no, you're not quite yet.
Exactly.
However, not quite yet. However, your thoughts, your feelings, your opinions are very valid. I just got to lean you into how the world is going to view it. I'm not saying your view is bad or it's wrong. It's just, I need you to be ready to when the world throws life at you like it did me, you can pivot a little faster.
That's good. Wow.
So I was at a crossroad, and I was still like, because medicine and nursing, medical field is still my first love. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, I still got to figure this out. Either I'm going to do nursing, medical, doctor, or I'm going to do education. Because I still wanted to help kids. That was the whole premise. Pediatrician, kids, teacher, kids. And then I started looking at all the things that teachers do and the benefits. Not necessarily the summers off. That was actually at the bottom of my list. Mm. Yes, I get all the holidays and stuff off. That's a perk. That's great. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't looking at it like that. I actually was looking at it in regards to family and time off. For example, I recently had dealt with some medical issues. Mm-hmm. I was able to take a formal leave of absence. Quick, fast, in a hurry. All they did was give me a sub. Whereas if I left my practice or if I had left, the nursing station or something of that nature, that's a lot harder to do.
Right.
They're working 12, 14, sometimes 16-hour days. Mm. They're away from their family a lot more than teaching. Yes, we are in the capacity of we don't sometimes know how to shut it off when we leave school.
Right.
So we're actually doing stuff at home. But if needed be, I can call in a sub and leave. Yeah. If something happened throughout the day, I can immediately go, hey, I need a sub. A sub is going to come in for me. It's a lot easier for me to navigate education as far as, one, having a child, two, having a family. I've seen a lot of people do it. Mm-hmm. Whereas nursing, I've seen them do it. It's just extremely hard to have families and, navigate those type of things because it's more concrete than education.
Wow.
So that kind of pivoted my idea. And then I, like I said, I looked to high school. Mm-hmm. I remember in elementary school, we had room mom, we had PTA, we had so many things to help support the little ones. And then I get to high school and I look, I'm like, where's all that same energy, that same setup? Unless you were in sports and you had the boosters.
Yeah.
Where was all those connections needed for the other kids? And the high schoolers who are in an awkward stage in life. They're trying to figure it out. Like I said, they're growing up and they're bigger than their parents half the time. And they're looking at all these different things that are influencing their mind.
Right.
And who is there to shape it? Who is there to kind of let them know, hey, that's a cool thought. I like that. Or, nah, that's not it. I don't know who told you it was, but that's not it. Yeah. And they need those people in their lives to guide them because, again, we're with them for 6 to 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
5 days a week up until at least June.
Yeah.
I go back to work next week. Mm-hmm. I've only realistically had a month off. So I'm really separated from them for about a whole month. That's about the longest. Maybe a month and a half.
Right.
Versus everybody else who's around them. So I'm with a lot of kids a lot of the time. And because I'm a special ed teacher and how it's set up, I'm with the same group of 28 kids till they graduate.
You have that real relationship with them.
Yes. So I start in the 9th grade and I end in the 12th grade. We graduate together.
Wow.
And watching them grow and ask things and actually call me auntie and mom and all those things, that is what kind of fuels my spirit. Because I feel like I'm setting it up to be successful in the world.
Right.
I can get you to your diploma. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
But knowing that, okay, I had a hand in your development for you to be a decent individual.
Right.
That means more to me because the world is not going to be kind to you.
Yeah. And
the world is not going to be cool for you.
Yeah. That's so important. And I love the way, you laid that out from start to finish, even from like your transition, how you got into that space, how you were able to pivot, how you use that experience to teach them and impact them in so many ways. I think it's so important what you're saying too, because a lot of times, like, you mentioned being a special education teacher and being in that education field. A lot of times, especially with special, I have like my push-ins and students that I work with, those parents rely and need that support, would you say?
Oh, absolutely. They absolutely do. And a lot of them, there's a lot of parents who are just on it. They know all the laws. They know everything. I call them my super parents because they are advocates for not only just their child, but for all the children because they see it. They're able to see it. And then there's some parents who love their child to the moon and are still learning those different laws and the ed rights and the codes that they're able to say and able to stand up for their child. I love them just as much too because they're always learning. They're always questioning. They're always like, okay, am I allowed to say that? And then sometimes I want to say, yeah. And then there's other times I'm like, I can't tell you that because you're the parent. You're the boss. But, they push me too. Because, like I tell them when I first meet them as 9th graders, when I meet them in their first IEP meeting, we're a family. Like, we're a makeshift family. We are, because I'm dealing with you and your family for 4 years. So unless something happens to me, I'm going to be your kid's case manager until they walk across the stage. So all our IEPs are going to involve me. So we have to have a solid relationship because you're going to see things that I don't see at home, and I'm going to see things at school that I'm not going to see. And we have to work together along with your kids to make sure that we're running like a well-oiled machine, because that not only makes school work better, but we're also making sure that their goals are being followed, their accommodations are being set, and I'm teaching them transition along with the things that you're teaching them. Because if you're saying no this at home, I'm going to follow through with it at school.
Right.
Just like I'm going to say this is what's going on at school. They don't do this at school. So if they're doing this at home, there's a problem. Let's work together, or let's find a common ground.
Wow. That's big. How do you manage change? So just say, for instance, in that setting, right, you have your students that you have for those 4 years. Say you get a student that is just coming into the group, or because I know kids, they always have to adjust, right, to different environments and things like that. How do you manage that change? Are they all in one setting at a certain amount of time? I'm just curious on how that schedule goes, or how do you kind of prep your mind to incorporate maybe a new student, or maybe you have a student that leaves, that moves, and then students have to get used to the absence of another student, or you have to get used to it. How do you manage change in that setting?
Okay, so with the change, let's start with coming in. So I always get new students that pop in because some odd reason I either have an opening because I'm only allowed to have 28. That's the max I can have. So when one leaves, sometimes one fills in. I try to make them as comfortable as possible, especially if they're coming in like right now. I have one that's most likely going to come in. They've already been in high school. I think they're just switching schools. So they're not new to high school. So they've been, it's just, I try to make them as comfortable as possible. Like, hey, if anytime you feel uncomfortable, please come to me. I'm going to be your coach, your navigator, this and that. These kids, yes, they have been interacting with each other since 9th grade, but I try to create that sense of family with them. Mm-hmm. So you may not like each other, you may be getting into each other, but you're going to respect each other while you're with me. Mm-hmm. And if you're not, I will try my best to separate you. But we welcome people in the fold. Yeah. Now, they're awkward at first. They're kind of like, oh boy, because my room is loud. They're coming in. It's like walking into meeting a new family for the first time. Right. You're not used to that dynamic. You're like, okay, are they loud just because they're loud or what's go? Yeah. No, I tell them from gate, we're loud. We have some who are very quiet, who don't really like to interact. I kind of give them the blueprint of what to expect. And then I ask them, what do you like? What are you into? Mm-hmm. And I force them to, not force is a terrible word, sorry. I really emphasize them to interact with me and let me know what they're into. Yeah. Because then I'm going to try to pair you with someone who's very similar to you. Mm-hmm. So there's that common interest. Like, for example, I tend to have on my caseload same grade. I happened to get a freshman on my last caseload with a set of juniors. Mm. So, mind you, this is your first year in high school. And then you walk into a class full of juniors who have been together since 9th grade. We did COVID together. We're on Zoom cutting up, and we come back in person. It's like, oh my gosh. So this little girl, she walks in, and I said, oh, hey, are you so-and-so? Yes, she's shy. And I tell her, because I prep my kids, I'm like, hey, we're going to get a new student. Don't scare them off. Right. hey, don't pick on her. Because I let them also know she's younger than you guys. Yeah. Oh, fresh me, fresh. Hey, cut that out. Kids are so funny. Boys. I had mostly boys. Yeah. So I had out of the 28, I had maybe 16 boys and the rest were girls. Wow. And the girls, they were like, oh, because I had 2. They are super excited, and the other ones were just like, okay, well, they're chill. She comes in, mind you, she's very small. Like, she's, I think, 4'5". Oh, wow. That's 4'6" in the 9th grade. She's so small. Uh-huh. And she sits in the corner by herself, and she's just watching us. She's laughing at things that are funny. She's, quiet. And I said, hey, how was your first day? She said, it was a lot. And I said, I know. It's going to be a lot because you're a freshman, and these are upperclassmen. So they are they're seasoned kiddos. I said, but you're going to fit right in. And I said, you let me know any moment you feel uncomfortable. Yeah. And you need to, or if it's too loud, or if it's too this, I can send you on an errand. I can send you on a walk. You can sit outside. Whatever you need, I can do it within reason. Yeah. But I asked her what she was into. And she's like, I'm into color guard, and she's into K-pop at the time. I said, is it okay if I move your seat? Yes. Because if she said no, I would have said, your seat's still going to get moved, but I want to feel like, I want to give you the little option that you feel like you make that choice. Exactly. So she said, yeah. So I moved her next to another girl who was also in color guard at the time, who also loved K-pop just as much as her. And she was I called her Big Mouth because she talked to anyone. So I sat her next to her, and she was like, she was kind of scared at first to be around her. And my previous student was like, hey, you're in this period, right? And she's like, yeah. Can you stand the whole thing? And then they just go to town. And she starts unfolding and unwrapping. We start seeing her personality. She becomes the class little sister.
Wow, that's beautiful.
She pops around like they would mess with her. She, nope. She's in charge because she's small. So she would come sit by my desk and be in the corner when she got overwhelmed. Yeah. Oh, she was the class little sister. And then when her little friends would come by, these big guys are all football players and they're scoring. And they're like, why are you looking for her? Who is it? Oh, they're cool. And then their friends are like, who's that? Oh, those are my classmates. Why are you in the class? And she explains to them, oh, I'm in this class because I have an IEP and this is my skills class. Mm-hmm. So they were like, wow, you're not in class with freshmen? No, I'm in class with juniors. And they were like, oh, wow. And I told her, there's a spot open with the other freshman class. Do you want to go with them? And she goes, no, I'll stay with these guys. And then the next school year kicked in. These guys are now seniors and she's sophomore. Still, she's running that class now.
Yeah. Wow.
They love her, treat her like a little sister. They're telling her, oh, don't mess with him. He no good. They treated her like a little sister. And then the saddest day is in June when, they're getting ready to graduate. She is just crying her eyes out. She's like, I'm going to miss you guys so much. You guys are like my big brothers and sisters. And they're like, we're going to miss you too. And she just was like, I don't want to do... She said, I want to be ready for the new freshmen that come in. Because when we matriculate one group out, we get another set.
Yeah.
So she wanted to... I said, you have the opportunity to go to be with your grade level. She's like, no, I want to stay and introduce the new ones.
Oh,
so
wow.
She introduces the new ones with me. The ones I currently have now. And she was an 11th grader at this point, and they were 9th graders. And I said, hey, guys, did the whole, I'm so-and-so, I'm with you all 4 years. Da, 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 da. I said, but if you have any questions, I need you to talk to this girl right here.
Wow.
She has been here forever. She's also a cheerleader now because she stopped doing color guard. She's a cheerleader. I said, she's the sweetest pie, and she completely understands exactly where you were.
Yeah.
She's going to be able to help you and guide you.
Yeah.
And that was her job. Like, they would find her on campus, and she'd go, oh, sure. And she would show them spots, and they got to know her.
Yeah.
And they loved on her. This past school year, she graduated.
Wow.
So the kids, they were sad again. They're like, she's leaving. And I said, yeah, but that's the goal. We're only here for 4 years.
Yeah.
So she's done her time. And it's time for her to go and go on to something else. And the beauty of what you guys have versus when I was in high school, you guys can find each other on social media all the time.
Yeah.
You're never gone.
Yeah.
They're not going to be here during the school day, but you always can reach out to each other.
Yeah.
And I said, that's how family builds. Mm-hmm. And then how you're taught, you're going to extend that to right-minded people. I'm not saying everybody can be in your family because that's not how that works.
Right.
Some people you got to kick out.
Yeah.
So, but you guys, the change is happening. And then when we lose a kiddo, because I've lost some, they've moved or they didn't qualify.
Yeah.
Because because that's the goal. They don't need the services anymore.
Right.
They're still at the school, but, they're not in our classes. They still come back. So we still see them. Those kids, we still see them. They come interact with me. We don't really feel the loss.
Yeah.
When they move is when we do feel the loss, because I feel that the relationship building is so important.
Oh, yeah. I just love the way you laid out, so beautifully the process. Because what I'm hearing is like, you started off saying you let them know that it's a family, but you actually are able to not only create and cultivate that environment until the students take ownership of that. and they're able to build that family and, you know, build those dynamics. That's beautiful. And so often, I don't think, you know, on the outside, parents, people, they only get a glimpse of what it's like to be in education. It is a whole different world. The kids really come first. Like, when you come into that environment, it is their world. Like, when I first stepped on campus as an educator, I was like, whoa, this is just it's a complete different world. And just to hear you talk about it in that way, like, there's no mistake about it. When a person who's on the outside listens, they can really hear the passion behind you as an educator. And I just love listening myself. How long have you been in the classroom now?
This is going on. All right. So as an actual, I'm in charge. I'm the boss. It's going on my 6th year. Okay. But in education as a whole, all right, I've been doing it since 2011.
Wow. Okay.
So when I started as an instructional assistant, I came in 2011. And like I said, that was very, you know, it was awkward at first because I'm like, okay, kids, okay, classroom setting. I have not been in a K-12 setting since I was in school. So now going back, and then here we go. I work in the same district I went to school in.
That's wonderful.
And I work at the same high school I graduated from.
Wow.
So it's a full circle type of thing. And when the students find that out, they're like, you went here? I'm like, yeah, I went here. I know the corners. I know all this. I know it. Yeah. You can't now. Yes, we got new stuff around here, but I know this school. Right. And they go, oh, how was it? I said, it's a lot more stricter. I'll tell you that. Back then, it was more stricter. But just giving back into that, the district you work for. Yeah. That's the part. That's like you going back to the district you grew up in. Yeah. Yeah. Let alone the high school you went to.
Yeah, giving back to your community. It's real big.
It was all, you know, God's plan for that. Yeah. Because not that I couldn't work in any other district, because when I got hired on from many different districts. Mm-hmm. And I just was like, okay, I think I want to stay at this one. And unfortunately, I wasn't going to stay at the school I worked at. I was going to go to another school. Mm-hmm. And luckily, you know, God made a way for me to stay where I was at. Yeah. So I just transitioned from being an instructional assistant to a teacher at the same site. I have never moved.
Wow. Glory to God. There's so much to your story that's just a blessing to hear. No, literally, all jokes aside, I'm completely filled because, you know, part of the whole platform of the Innermost is just diving into, you know, those deep things that we sometimes just look over, right? And it's it's coming, just hearing how God is just so big. The Lord is so big in everyone's life and available in everyone's life to be able to direct and to lead and to help you pivot. So many stories. I talked to my teacher a couple of years ago from the 8th grade, and she was telling me her story of how she got into education. And I know, education sometimes get this rap, right? Maybe a negative rap because people don't understand, but there are really special individuals that get into this field and pour so much, like you were saying, into your community, the school where you went to school at. Wow, I'm just enjoying hearing you talk. So I just had to tell you that, I'm enjoying the story and the pivot, and it's just such a blessing to hear. And I know our listeners will be so blessed to just hear everything that you're discussing in the podcast. So just thank you for sharing. I just wanted to tell you that. Sorry I had to interject to just tell you thank you.
No. I appreciate it. One thing, I have to kind of keep in mind because I just developed this sense of talking too much. I mean, I should know better because I come from my father, and my dad is a talker. He will talk you to the paint.
No, it's beautiful that you expressing from the heart, and that's maybe that's who we are. You know,
we are.
That's in our blood. I'm sitting here like, you should see my face. I'm like, wow, I can see it in a picture form. You know, like I can see the whole steps.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I thank you for giving me this, opportunity to, to say it, because again, you're right. It is a whole different world. Like, people say, oh, teachers, oh, y'all got the best schedules. Y'all do this. Like, yeah, we do. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm not going to play the teacher. Oh, no, we do. We get weekends off. We get holidays off. We get summers off. But to get to that Friday.
You be dragging and crawling there.
Some weeks, it's like, okay, we Friday, great.
Yeah.
Then there's the other Friday, you're like, thank you, God, I made it.
Yeah.
Then it's the other time, it's like, why weren't you here yesterday?
Because there's no set blueprint, right? Is what I'm learning for your day. Like, some people, they can go in, it's like, okay, this is what I need to do. It's really based on, like, how is the student feeling today? How are these kids feeling when they come in? It's funny. Okay, so I have this paper in front of me. I'm going to just bring it up since we're on this subject. When I went to the teachers conference, and they were saying how there's different emotional response levels, in that only when we're at like level 3 through like 1, so you go down, right? There's 6 levels, and then like there's level 1, level 2, level 3. If you get past 3, you're no longer in the mental space to be able to learn. So the whole like lecture was about, assessing where your students are when they come in, and every student doesn't come in at like a 3 or below, right? You follow me?
No, absolutely.
And so, like, for me, my son Landry is diagnosed ADHD, right? And so he wakes up at like a 4, right? So every day. So it was talking about how when you're dealing with kids, even us as adults, you have to figure out like what level you're at so you can start the de-escalation process. And so just bringing all this up about decision making and how, like you saying, like crawling to Friday and decisions you have to make in the classroom, you come in and you making that assessment, you might have to deal with maybe something happened in the family. I had a student who, she lost both of her parents. So it's like, and then you have an emotional response to these things while living life. It's a lot, and so a lot of it is just like emotional recovery, right?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Because we are also, like you said, we are on whatever level we're on.
Right.
And then whatever level they're on. And then we have to know how to figure out how to be on a certain level to deal with them. It's like a push and pull type of thing.
Yeah.
And it's a lot. Like, I tell them that's maybe the second rule, or not rule, but like kind of standard I set. If you're having a bad day, tell me.
Right.
Tell me, just either you can shake your head or just say today's not the day, or that's letting me know, okay, you're not in the best space. So I know how to navigate with you. Because if you're coming in and you're, not following the rules, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, I have to redirect you. That's part of my job. But if you're doing these things because you're not in the headspace you need to be in, I'm going to give you what people just, even outside of school, lack, is grace.
Yes.
I'm giving you grace.
Yes.
So if you snap at me, it's like, okay, that's your one.
All right.
But then I have
communicate.
To put myself aside. Why are you snapping at me?
That's right.
Because you normally don't snap at me.
Yeah.
What's going on? I don't want to talk about it right now. So, okay, cool. now that I know that you're not having a good day, I can understand why you don't want to work. I can understand why you don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I understand why you snippy at people. Your patience is different. So, and I tell them that goes with me. Yeah. I'm human too. Yes, you have to look at me as Miss Chandler or Miss so-and-so. I am your teacher. I'm in charge of you. But I'm also a person. Right. I have feelings. I cry. I'm mad. I'm upset.
Yeah.
I'm overjoyed. I have all the same feelings you do. I'm just older than you.
Yeah.
So when I tell you, I'm going to come and let you guys know, today is not the day.
Yeah.
I've either had a rough morning. I've had a shaky hour.
Yeah.
This is it. So where on a normal day, you goofing off, it rolls off my back.
Yeah.
Today, it may just irk my nerves today. And I may let you know, hey, that's not it. Where any of days, like, I don't care about that. or I've told you too many times.
Yeah.
And so now I may have to raise my voice at you.
That part right there. This is what I love about teaching right here. So let's get into it. Right? So people don't understand. It is the most raw, uncut environment. Because it has to be. It has to be. It's no way, and the kids know it too. Like, there's no way that you can actually, when I say, and I'm a parent too, and I understand this, that there is no way that you can actually understand everything that goes on in a day with your child, you know, in their classroom and this, that, and other thing. So sometimes these like glorified social media or people just in the comments saying things that they just don't understand, it is a raw and uncut environment. It is like you are helping to raise a child, a student in the community. Like, you partner with these families. You partner, and that's why that, like you said, that relationship is so important, that they have to trust you and you have trust with each other, because you are working together to help and mold this individual.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Like, and the kids know, even year one, because I break it down. Freshman year, they know. They are like, nah, we're not messing with her today.
Right. They know.
Or if I have to raise my voice on something I've never risen my voice before.
Right.
Okay, either we really made her just irritated, or she's something, her day is not right. Because I try really hard to let them know that it's not my day today, y'all. I'm trying. I'm holding on.
Yeah.
But it gives them the transparent. I'm being transparent enough. I try to be as transparent as I can with them. Yeah. Within limits. I'm not saying you got to tell them all your business, because it's not any of their business, really.
Yeah.
But they need to see blueprints on how to handle different things.
Right.
So when I say transparent within reason, yeah, I'm going to let you know I'm not having a great day.
Uh-huh.
Or, hey, and they'll go, oh, is it work? Is it this? It's a handful of things. And then this is their favorite, because they're high school kids and they're annoying. You and your boyfriend get into it? Like, wait, what?
Aren't they so nosy, though? The kids are so nosy, and they all about the drama.
And they go, oh, so he was texting you crazy? I'm like, wait, no. You guys know.
Yeah.
No. And if it was, I'm not going to tell you.
Right.
Well, this is what I would do. Okay, tell me what, and see, that's what they want, that. They want to feel like, yes, like I told them, I can be as cool as you, cool as a cucumber.
Yeah.
I'm cool. We can go back and forth. I can give you advice. You can give me a little bit of your little advice, because sometimes your insight might be insightful.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when I have to close that book and have to be that teacher, I need you guys to understand what I say goes.
That's right. That's right.
There's really no debate.
Right, exactly.
Because, again, I'm telling you this for a reason. Because you know what to do. You've been in school let's start at freshman. You've been in school 9-10 years already.
Yeah.
You know how to sit there. You know how to do A, B, C, and D. You know how to do it. This is not your disability kicking in. And even most of mine are diagnosed with ADHD.
Yeah.
So, yes, they are high functioning. They are in gen ed class. My kids are in gen ed class. Mm-hmm. My kids are on diploma track. They are not. Their only specialized class they have is my skills class. Mm-hmm. That's the only time. And in that skills class, we are teaching transition.
Yeah.
I am following up on their goals. I am re-teaching what they learned in their classes. Mm-hmm. So when I go into the classroom where they're at, I'm basically another student. Mm-hmm. Because I have to learn what they're learning to re-explain it to them if they don't get it.
Yeah.
So this year I'm going to be an 11th grader. So we go into the harder math. Math is, and I tell them, math is weaker for me. So I'm going to be sitting in class with y'all raising my hand.
Yeah.
Don't mess with me in math class.
You know, it's funny because I can relate sitting on the other side of that, and it brings me to this question: how important to you is a good team, right? Because you have to be able to work with other teachers and, like you said, learn different materials. I think the misconception sometimes with education is that we just know everything. We have to learn the stuff before we teach it. So for you, you know, get into that a little bit. How important is it? And I'm sorry if I'm taking too much of your time. I know you have things to say. Okay.
No. This is one. We're wrapping. This is actually going to be the highlight. I'm going to put this in my thing. And they ask, so what'd you do this summer? I was part of a podcast, y'all.
And share it. Sure, get into it.
No, I am. Hey, I was on a podcast. I felt like those board teachers. You know, I felt special.
You are. You absolutely are.
Thank you. And she's not just saying that because we're related.
No, I mean that.
No, but as far as the team, like, there is realistically no me without a team in the classroom.
Right.
I share a room. I share spaces. I have to, like, my whole job requires collaborative. That's pretty much, if I could pick one word, it would be collaborative.
Yeah.
Because I have to work with other teachers. I have to build those relationships with these teachers because they have to trust us in their classroom. I have to work with other resource teachers. I have to work with counselors. I have to work with school psychologists. Like, I work with so many different people, and thank you to God, all those people on my site I work well with, or I have good relationships with them.
Yeah.
Because going down to, like I said, my classroom, the two males that I share with, shout out to them because they're great. One is better than math than me.
Yeah.
So when they're in the room and my kids are in there and they go to them sometimes.
Yeah.
And some teachers get jealous, like, oh, no. The lesson that's being learned is they're using their resources around them.
That's right.
So if I'm busy helping another student and there's another teacher sitting right there, and because they're always in the room, they get to know my kids too. Just like I get to know their kids. So we're like one big community.
Yes.
They can discipline my kids just like, you know, within reason.
Right. I
can get on theirs too. Mm-hmm. Because we built that space. Like, you're not going to be dancing and acting up around my desk. Mm-hmm. Chill out.
Yeah.
Or, hey, can you read my essay? I'm not going to say I'm not your teacher. Of course I can.
Yeah.
Share with me.
You know, that's so important too with kids because it helps them to feel safe and they feel like they have options. I've had so many students, girl, that they weren't even my students. They just seen me on campus or heard another student talking to me or about me, and they come to me, and I've had students like, can I have a hug? You know, you get that whole thing, or they ask for something and you receive them because you understand that in their world, for a child to come to you, they already have a perception about you that they're safe. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That you're helpful. So I'm glad you brought that up because it really paints the picture for people who are not in that environment to see how important it is when we're in that, you know, on the campus to work together as a team, because that really is what makes it go. It, you know, even for us, like, shout out to our resource teachers. Oh my God, I love them so much. Like, it's days where like we're working together and, they'll pop in and be like, are you okay? Are you need me to do some reinforcement or something? You know what I mean? Like really working together. And I don't know. I just love hearing you speak about your side of the coin, because I can so see how it relates to, my view of it and how everything just comes together. That's beautiful. But good, but
it is. And then with the teamwork, I have to tell the kids, don't embarrass me.
Right.
Don't embarrass me with this teacher.
Right.
Because I've worked on this, because some teachers opt out is not the right word. They choose not to work with the students with IEP. Because sometimes it is harder for them. Mm-hmm. And then some of them, because of the behaviors, it's just, personalities, it doesn't match. Mm-hmm. So what we do in my department, because each department is different and each school is different, and resource team, we purposely pick the teachers who work well with our kiddos. Because we're not trying to set up failure. We're setting up for success. So we go off of temperament too.
Oh, wow. So
again, for example, and there's nothing wrong with that. There are certain teachers that, their temperament is not there for, some of the kids we have on our caseload.
Right.
Some of the high ADHD kids, or some of the kids who have, the autism and stuff. It's not that they're terrible teachers. No, by any means. It's just, it takes an extra special to deal with some of my kids. Yeah. And I have to find a teacher that can match that
Yeah.
And their patience, their temperament, their own personal personality matches. So when my kids act up in their class, I'm like, look, I handpicked your teacher. When I say handpicked,
yes.
Hey, when I go back, we almost do this like a draft, an NFL draft. We're like, okay, which teacher?
I wish I had Miss Gina on right now with you. Go ahead.
We pick. I pair up with teachers that I'm like, she's available this year. She's getting her. Who's for history? Who do I got?
Yeah.
They got this teacher and this teacher. Do I want to work with this teacher? I've never worked with them before, but I've heard great things. Or I'll take one for the team. I'm gonna work with the new teacher that is willing to do this and see how it is.
Yeah.
And we gauge it, and then truthfully, by the end of the year, or even by mid-quarter, this ain't going. We can't do this again. Yeah. And then when that happens, I hate when that happens, because then we have to do schedule changes. Yeah. And then that throws off our counselors, because they're trying to set the schedules in stone, and we're switching and moving whole classes around because it doesn't mesh.
Yeah.
So usually when you pass the test, or another resource teacher has worked with this teacher, and you're on the list, bet we're running it. And we try to give those same teachers a break, because our kids are a lot. We are a lot. Because we have to invite them to the IEPs. Yeah. We have to, check in with them. We kind of mid-shape their class a little bit. Yeah. Not in a bad way, but in a way to where, all right, I need to pull them out for testing. Mm-hmm. Or they need extra time on their testing. So that's holding up your grading. And we need teachers that are accommodating for that. And when we find them, and that's, like I said, Tom Brady, number one draft pick.
Okay. So listen, I'm gonna run you into my mind real quick while you're talking about this. So I feel exposed because.
Are you one of those teachers that's on the list?
Well, listen, I can imagine that. Because I love my IEP students so much, girl. I can imagine that one of my flaws that they talk about with me, because I've had staff members even want to put their kids in my class, right? And so, but I'm so absent-minded because I get so into what we doing in the classroom, I won't send the kids out when it's time for them to leave or remind them. And so they'll start calling me, and I think that they'll probably be like, she good, but listen, you gonna have to call her a million times. They'll start calling me, I'm like, oh, I didn't send them. Okay, listen. Because I enjoy the environment so much until I mess around and keep them so much until by the end of the school year, girl, the students have a choice whether they ready to leave or not, okay? Because I just get in the groove of it and, like, they can stay. Our schedule is different. Our schedule, granted, is different than high school. You know what I mean? So it's not like they have periods. I'm so sad to lose one of my students because he's going to have like to transition. We start transition 7th and 8th. So I had them the whole day, and it got until like, you know, me and our research teacher, he'll send an email or we'll talk on the phone, or, you know, she'll call and be like, are they okay? Yeah, leave them. They good. They over here. So
yeah, we chilling.
But yeah, that's it's interesting to hear the behind the scenes, because, you know, I'm still new to learning all the things that's going on. And just to hear, even from a high school perspective, you know, all the work that goes into educating these students in so many different ways, not just curriculum, you know, but, you know, that SEL, just getting down to who they really are as a person. There's so much that goes into this. And I think one thing that I want to share with you, too, is I want you to speak to this. One thing that I've been struggling with this summer is feeling like I can't, I'm hoping, like, okay, this is the only way I can explain it. I explained it to Troy like this. So, and it's funny you brought up the draft pick in the sports, because everything I relate everything to sports. It's like going back to your team after being off, you know, like going back to like the OTAs, like when you got to go back to training camp and feeling like, dang, can I perform at the same level? You know, like I've been struggling with that this summer. It's like, okay, I want to be better than I was the other years, but am I able to perform at least at the same level or better than before? And that has been something that's been weighing on my mind. What do you say to that?
Okay, so first off, like we know, you know, and we know, I'm religious based from the get-go. That's my foundation.
Right.
I pray for my school year right out the bat. Exactly.
And for my roster.
No, that's what I'm saying. I start off with a prayer. I tell the Lord, hey, this is a new year, new setup, new this and that. Guide me where you need to guide me. Shine me where I need to shine. I'm using you. I am the vessel. Let me be that walking testimony. Let me be that walking spirit. Let me be that walking thing that you want me to be.
Yeah, that's good.
I forgive myself for the things I could have done better. I give myself, again, here we go. This is, if I ever was to get something and they ask for a word, it's going to be grace.
Yeah.
Give yourself grace, okay? Like, you did all that you could do in that school year. That school year is in the dark now. You come in, you had your summer. Like you said, you was tired. You did all. That means you had a good summer. You was everywhere. You take what you have for the summer and you just bring it to your room. Because you needed that time off. Even though you said you didn't feel like time off, it was time off to be and doing things that you wanted to do.
Yeah, that's right.
You come in, you looking at it, new school year, new setup. You keep the things that worked, you toss the things that didn't, or you can modify it before you completely toss it. So if that classroom management strategy didn't quite work, but you could see potential in it, tweak it to where it could work for you. Try again. We are oftentimes we're always collecting data. Even if we're not writing it down or have some fancy chart, we are collecting data. And if that doesn't work, you tweak it. see how it works. If it's still not going how you want it to go, then that's when you talk it.
Mm.
But you're gonna come in, you have the skill set. You have it. It's there. You just have to, one, trust yourself. Trust your judgment. And see, what makes you a little different than me is you're a mother. There was no blueprint on that. There is no book. It's constantly ever evolving.
Yeah.
The same thing as going into work next week. You don't know what you're going to walk into, but when you walk into it, you're going to evolve it. It's like a big pile of clay.
Wow.
You're going to mold it. Okay. Like, here we go. For example, I'm 11th grade. I can't act like how I was 9th grade.
Yeah.
The mindset and the maturity is different. I have to treat them like a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
I can't baby them like when they were 13, 14. I have to treat them like they're 16, 17.
Yeah.
And the things that we're going to talk about, the things that we're going to be exposed to are different from when we talked about it last year. Mm-hmm. And I don't even let them bring up last year. Oh, last year I was, that was last school year. I don't want to do that. Now, the only time we bring up previous years is when I'm going through their transcript. Mm-hmm. Because I'm high school, the goal is to graduate.
Yeah.
So if you screwed around 9th grade and 10th grade, I have to bring it up in the 11th grade. Yeah. Look what you did. Are we finally going to get on track?
Right.
Because you are behind. That's the only time I realistically bring up past things. And then even with myself, maybe I could have done better. Mm-hmm. Maybe I could do this. I'm going to take those lessons learned and apply it. Mm-hmm. Just like you would at training camp. Okay, you trained hard, you practiced, you tried this new diet, you tried this new, protein, regimen. You want to try it out and see if it works.
Yeah.
And then if it doesn't, you have time to, again, pivot.
Yeah.
No, let me go back to this. Or,
that's good.
No, I'm not going to do that at all. And you'll know that as you go on. Yeah. And again, give yourself grace.
Yeah.
I tell the kids that. I tell other staff members, you only can do what you're allowed to do. Mm-hmm. One foot in front of the other. That's all you can do. And sometimes it's 1 minute. You take it one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. If that's too much, take it 1 minute at a time. If that is too much, you can take it 1 second at a time.
Yeah.
Take that, you move in slow and you get it. Because at the end of the day, the kids are still going to look to you. You're still going to teach them things. They're going to learn things. You're still going to be on track to doing what you need to do. Mm-hmm. Because they wouldn't have hired you if they didn't see something in you.
Wow. That's deep. That's deep. You handled that. Wow. Okay, so, I mean, I actually go back and listen to the podcast myself because I'm of the mindset where it's like, if I can't enjoy it, then what material are we putting out there? So I can't wait to go back and just listen and rehear, and just sit on all the things that we talked about. This has been a beautiful conversation. Before I let you go, I wanted to give you a couple of rapid questions to let you get into. I want to hear some of your thoughts, starting off with what misconception are there, if any, do you want to address about maybe special education or education itself, or anything surrounding, the things that we talked about today? Are there any misconceptions do you think the public have, or even, I know there's a lot going on politically with the funding and things of that nature, anything that you want to address specifically?
Shoot, that's a few. That's a deep one. All right, misconceptions about special education. That we are making it overly easy for our kids. Yes, we have accommodations for our kids. Sometimes those kids need modifications. Mm-hmm. The difference between the two is accommodations are helping with the same content. Mm-hmm. Modifications is adjusting that content. So there's a difference. Resource teachers do not do modification. We do accommodation to where another student may take them a period to do that set assignment. The accommodation for my student they may take 2 periods. They need longer. We're not coming here to change your lessons. We're not coming here to do any of that. We're just trying to meet these kids at their level.
That's right.
As far as education, the misconception, it's all easy peasy mac and cheesy. No, there are some days it is.
Yeah.
I can't lie to you. There are some days it is very easy peasy. It is less stressful than some other job, but that could be said about any job.
That's right.
Every day is not stress related. So I'm not going to even put that out there. Another misconception about education, that all teachers are good teachers.
Yeah.
I mean, we want to think that, but
that's real.
There are some teachers that should not be teaching.
That's real.
And because of those, they created negative mindsets for these kids. Even for some of the adults that are the parents of these kids. They encountered a bad teacher. So that shaped their mindset. To where now when they come to the meetings or they interact with teachers, they're already coming in with a negative mindset. Or my quote unquote behavior kids. Not all of them are bad. Yes, they are quote unquote behaviors. Yes, quote unquote, they may be quote unquote bad kids.
And they're usually really, really smart.
There we go. They're usually really smart. Or there's something going on, like there's something deeper.
Yeah.
And if we take the time to dig deep and figure it out, we can turn that kid around.
That's right.
Because some kids want, attention. They don't care how they get it, whether it's positive or negative. They just want somebody paying attention to them.
Yep.
So right. The funding as far as different things, teachers use their own money.
A lot of it.
Teachers use their own money. And sometimes it's not even classroom related things.
Yeah.
It's snacks. It's food.
Yeah.
It's birthday gifts.
Yes.
It's well, for my big kids, they're big kids. It's Starbucks. It's Jack in the Box. It's Taco Bell. It's those things that they're either not getting or those are the things that they want.
Yeah.
And using your own money, you do it without a blink of an eye because they become your family.
That's right.
But then when you check your pay stub, you're like, oh my gosh.
Exactly.
Here we go. Misconception that teachers in California are rich.
Oh my God.
No. Yes, we do make more than a lot of the other teachers around.
The cost of living.
There we go. My cost of living is redunculous.
Oh, it's crazy.
And yes, we can move. Obviously, yeah, we can say that we can move. But certain entities don't allow us to move. Like, I can't move too far from my family now. They're older. You can't move too far from your family.
Yeah.
We can't just jump ship.
That's right.
And then if we do jump ship, what about the kids in California?
Well, that's good. Those are good. Good. All right, I got another one, maybe 2 more for you.
Okay, here we go.
This one is your favorite break. Is it spring break, summer break, or winter break? Or just the weekends? What's your favorite break?
That's a hard one. Because I love all the breaks. I'll take any break. But, not narrowing down the break. Honestly, I'm just going to be, it's going to sound terrible. I'm going to take winter break.
Okay.
And the reason I'm taking winter break is because of my district. Shout out to my district.
Yay.
We get 3 weeks off.
Okay.
So that's my longest break. I'll take my longest break.
Okay.
I would say spring break because, obviously the weather's a little bit better, but it's before my birthday. So, but I love all my breaks. I love all my breaks.
Yeah.
All my little extra off. Like Labor Day, I can't wait for you.
Oh, those President Day weekends be hitting right before spring break. Those 3-day weekends.
So if you were to ask me what my favorite semester is, I would have the second semester.
Okay.
Why? All the breaks.
Yeah.
All my favorite breaks hit second semester. The
And
president, the spring break.
You crawl to them too. By that time, you're tired and you just crawling to all of those breaks. The kids are too. These kids work hard. They are tired. So
they are.
You get to gauge, like, you know, okay, maybe you're going to lighten the load a little bit today, or like you said, have some grace, because you realize you're balancing that workload. So yeah, definitely. All right, one more. You ready?
Okay. Here we go.
Let me see if I pick a good one. What is a daily routine that just keeps you going? Like, you just need to do it to get through the day. Do you have one?
Are you talking about for me personally or in the classroom?
Personally, just anything. Like, for me, I have to, like, stop somewhere. It doesn't have to necessarily be Starbucks. It could just, like, it's almost like I need to breathe. And maybe it's because I have kids at home and I just need a minute, like, or sit in my car, or I'll walk across campus for absolutely no reason and just sit in, you know, the office and talk to my admin ladies. Like, what do you feel like you need to do to just get through the day?
I have to listen to music. I am a music head. Like, I have music playing throughout the day. And it's depending on what it is, or if it's a new song, I have to listen to something. Yeah. And it depends on my mood. Like, when it's rainy and cold and, like, the rainy days, it's that good old jazz music.
Yes.
Like, I have to play the good old, Coltrane, Thelonious Monk. Like, my music goes off the vibe.
Yes, for real.
So, like, right now we're coming back. It's hot. It's summertime. I'm playing summertime jam, cookout jam.
Yeah.
It's, Will Smith's Summertime. I'm playing that. I'm playing, the Isley Brothers. I'm playing, the doo-wop. I'm playing the lowrider music. Like, I want to, yes, we're in the classroom, but it's like, it's August.
Yeah.
We should be still outside, eating barbecue, do it. So I play it on the vibe. Now, if I'm overwhelmed, I play lo-fi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I put on music that brings me peace. And ironically, the peaceful music that I listen to is oldies. Yep.
Gotta have them oldies.
So I'll, I'll put on, like, the Whispers. I'll put on Marvin Gaye. I'll put on, Earth, Wind, and Fire. All those artists connect me to a memory that brings me peace and joy.
Wow.
So it calms me down.
Yeah.
When I'm prepping for an IEP meeting, it's rap music.
I'm about to go in.
Just going in. It's because I'm fighting, and normally it's not a fight. Thank you to the Lord above. My IEPs are usually very calm.
You gotta get pumped up though.
Yes, I gotta get set up, and that's usually on the first day of school too. I gotta pump myself up. Yeah. I gotta get my mindset right. Like you said, I've been on vacation mode, actually non-teacher mode for about a month and a half to get myself back to teacher mode, which realistically it's not too hard because it's me myself. It's just now I'm back structured to where, like, I gotta set alarm clocks and do everything. Like,
my biggest fear is forgetting to come in the first day of school.
Oh no, I can't know that much.
That is my fear. Like, I keep trying, like, I don't know the days of the week during the summer, and I keep trying to tell myself, like, girl, today, like, I'll wake up and say, what's today? Today is this day. And I'm like, okay, you need to get, that is my biggest fear.
My fear is very similar, that I oversleep on the day I'm supposed to be at work. Because, I set the alarm, but I haven't been, waking up to that alarm. I'm like, right. So I know that's the thing that's been going around social media. You prepping your kids to get ready to go back. I'm prepping myself. Like, this week, I've been waking up early. Yes. I've been doing things that are aligning with getting back to work. Like, I have to, running errands. Like, I have to get my stuff. I have to go find my backpack. I gotta go do.
I'm telling
in the mental prep for all that stuff is gonna align me. Like, okay, it's time. It's time. 'Cause I ain't seen that backpack since June.
That's why I'm like, I have to get to my classroom this week just so I can get my mind used to going in there, because we start next week. I can't even believe I'm saying that. We start next week.
We start next week.
Oh my goodness.
It snuck up on me. I looked up, I was like, oh wow.
We start next week.
It's time to go back.
It's time to go. It's time to go.
But yeah, music kind of, it does it for me. On my way to work.
Yeah.
In the midst of the day, in between the day, like if I'm sitting at my desk,
That's right.
prepping, I put my headphones on, I'm listening to some type of music.
Yeah.
Even during the class day, like I'll play music, and even though they complain sometimes, they're like, oh, that's old music. I was like, I don't care.
They start to love it. Yeah. Get your own class.
And I have a class playlist, but some of them I'm like, I told y'all appropriate stuff.
Yeah.
Now, come on now. If I play this and the principal walk in, y'all gonna give me 5. And I can't play it. Now, if you want me to listen to it after work, that's after work. After work music is after work music. Yeah. And they're like, oh. I said, yeah, y'all cussing is at a 10. I need it at like a 1. But y'all tripping.
All right. Well, it's been wonderful talking to you. We're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. You want to give a shout out to anybody, to your team, to anybody?
I want to shout out my team, all 9 of them, because there's 9 of us. I also want to shout out, you for inviting me. I want to shout out, my family, my loved ones, because they always supported me. They listen to my ideas. They listen to me laugh about my kiddos. They they teacher appreciate me all throughout the year.
Yeah.
So shout out to them, my friends. I want to shout out my kiddos, class of 27. Hey. The big people on campus this year. Hey.
Yeah, there you go. Turn them up.
So that's it. But thank you so much for having me. Like I said, little old me out here in the world of teaching and just talking and vibing and hearing what I gotta say, because so many people don't want to listen to what other people have to say. They have opinions and they build things, but they're not actually listening to people who are actually there.
That's right. That's right. Wonderful. And that's what this is about, those local celebrities, those people doing the groundwork, getting their hand organically in the ground, in the community. And so we celebrate that. Thank you so much for coming on, and thank you all who are listening, taking the valuable time to hang out with us to address some of these thoughts, opinions that often only reside in the innermost. You will be back again, not as an educator, but as a sister. We'll be doing another show. We're going to cut up on that one. So.
Oh my gosh, not with my...
Yeah, as a sister. It's been wonderful. It's been a pleasure today to host you. I look forward to receiving any stories. Remember, you can reach out to the Innermost Podcast at gmail.com. Remember to pray for us educators. We thank you for those who are supportive. There are a lot of people and parents who are supportive, but we're looking forward to a good school year. I'm praying for you. Many blessings for your school year, and just hoping everybody has what they need for you and your team. And that's a wrap. God bless everybody.
Thank you.